The Great Pumpkin, that's an awesome one. Fond memory, and it will be one of those that I'm sure when I am old and gray will be very proud of, in the sense of, you think, what did I really do when I was out there? Sure, we jumped in the back of the helicopters and, we went over the wire and we flew the night missions, direct action missions, dropping SEALs on top of buildings. But you think about, what did I do that really impacted? And it's not so much impacted the mission, but, what made this potentially hellish situation bearable? Everybody's far away from home. They're away from their loved ones. Well, right after Baghdad fell, we had a 10-man advance party that went up to Baghdad International Airport to basically sit on property. We had a hardened aircraft shelter, which was one of the old HAZ shelters for Saddam's MiGs, his Air Force, which when we got up there, it was very easy to see these things had not been used for 10 years, since 1991. And frankly, it was eerie at first. Literally weeks after Baghdad fell, kind of thing, where the morgue unit had come through, but there was still just this sense of destruction that had gone through. The firefight that must have occurred in that area of Baghdad. Well, when we got up there, we had nothing. Literally, the aircraft dropped us off with some plywood sheeting and power tools, some water, some MREs, and a generator. And so we had guys like Faulkner from HCS4, Mr. May, Mr. Bacanari, Mr. Buffington. So we get the plywood out. We built a gravity-fed shower and dug a pit for a latrine and built up the latrine and all that, just so it was a livable space. And of course, we had no vehicles at the time. So the rule of thumb was still kind of the Wild West. The mayor or the commanding officer of BIOP at the time, we called him the mayor, his rule of thumb was, if there was an Iraqi vehicle out there that was functional, you can take it as long as it's not claimed by another command there. And so we started looking for vehicles. And the first one that we came up on was this common Iraqi working vehicle. It's a big German Hino diesel dump truck, just massive. Everything is just this, steel body, just solid structure, German made, And it wasn't running. And the sergeant that we talked to said, yeah, if you can get that hunk of dung running, you can take it. Plenty good. So myself and a couple of the mechs from HCS4 started working on this thing. And, I'm not a mech. They tell me to screw here. Okay, roger that. Turning tools. And the guys did awesome. They get this thing up and running, right? So as soon as we get this thing fired up, the brigade's Army captain comes in. He's like, what are you boys doing? Well, we're getting this vehicle up and running, and your sergeant said if we can get it going, then we can take it. Oh, he did he? So captain goes off looking for his sergeant. He's going to chew his butt, and then I'm sure at that point he was going to commandeer. And so I look at Faulkner and one of the mechs, and I go, dude, put your foot to the metal. Let's go. Get out. So we roll this big monster orange truck back to the compound. So it was really awesome because the guys were working every single day and they were bringing something new home, And it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Well, of course you have a little bit of downtime, so I got to doing a little painting on the truck, and I painted this big jack-o'-lantern on the side panels of the doors, and it had a Navy Dixie cup on it, and these big old jack-o'-lantern, toothless grin with a cigar coming out of his mouth, and over the top we wrote "The Great Pumpkin" on it. Well, we quickly realized in order to get certain things out of the Army, you got to barter, right? So we had called down to Ali Asalim and had talked to Senior Chief Klaus and Walden about loading up the aircraft with every single care package you could get. We get the command to send up all these packages, and I remember the first flight, Klaus rolls in, and literally he had wedged him. He had to climb through the left gunner's window because he had so much stuff packed in to this aircraft that's the only way you could get into the aircraft. So we offload all these packages, and the pumpkin starts rolling down, from Army brigade to Army brigade, and just started greasing the wheels kind of thing, just dropping off packages. And literally it was like the great pumpkin Charlie Brown, dropping off care packages for the Army guys, and you never saw eyes light up and morale change with these guys. And it was just an awesome experience, that fond memory, thinking about what positive impact we had.